Hi people, today we'll be presenting about our AA group project. In our group, there's Bernice, Yifeng, Brian, and me, Jason. So let me start off with, what are the information? So we have chosen task 1, which the question is, given a typical Singaporean family with 1 kid, how much should the parents save for the kid up to age 7? So let's understand the information given more clearer. A typical Singaporean family will have only one child, and it says how much must the parents save up for the kid up to 7 years old. So let's break it down and let me show you what are we going to find. We are going to find 8 things. First, we are going to find is education. Second is medicals. Third, clothes. Fourth, baby supplies. Fifth, the toys. Sixth, the transport fees. 7, the food and water. 8, the household items. And as you can see, we have excluded water bills and electrical bills, as the question is asking about the specifically how much to save up for the kid, and electrical bills and water bills are usually paid by used by the whole family. And so for the assumptions, for first, education. And so for the education, let's assume that the average household are for Singaporeans, and therefore the price will be cheaper for the education for Singaporean. For the second assumptions, which is the baby items, let's assume that the child wears diapers and eats baby food daily till the age of 3. And for the clothes, let's assume that each year the child will need around 20 shirts and pants per annum. And for the transport, let's assume the child does not need to pay from the age of 0 to 6, and let's just assume that it takes 2 buses each day for years for the 7th year. And for the food, let's assume that the child needs around $2,000 per year from the age of 3 to 7 years old. For education, it will be 4 years of kindergarten. It will be made 3 years old to 6 years old, and for 4 years it will cost around $35,520. As we pick the kindergarten, we have chosen Sparkle Tots. And for primary school, since the question asks till the age of 7, which 7 it will be primary 1, and since he's a Singaporean, it will be very cheap. Maybe it's like free, but there will be additional fees to pay, which might cost a few $10 to $100. And well, for the books, each year calculated that the average price for child's books for only the primary 1 school year, it will cost around $170.
Medical. Giving birth fees. As giving birth fees in Singapore cost $750 and plus 2 days fees for the doctors to check and make sure that everything is fine, we have to take $550 multiplied by 2 to get $1,100. And for the insurance, it costs $1,050 per year. And for 7 years, We have to take 1050 multiplied by 7 to get 7350. As the newborn baby, they need to have vaccination. So average vaccination fee for the child is 1000. And for clinic prices, $35 per visit and medicine. We assume that the child falls sick and goes to the clinic at least 15 times in a span of 7 years. Therefore, we use $35 multiplied by 15 to get $525. And all these numbers are the total for the medical fees for the kid. Clothes. Baby clothes. From 0 to 2 years old, baby clothes are $40 on average for per month. So we use $40 times 36 equals to 1,440. Clothes from child from 3 to 7 years old. $150 for clothing, including shoes and others. So we use 150 multiplied by 48 to get 7,200. Baby supplies. The necessary items are diapers and formula milk. Diapers cost $650 per year, and for formula milk is $540 for 5 months, 7 months to 12 months. And some milk powder company are $540 for 5 months, and others are ranging from 7 to 12 months for $540. As the baby will be breastfed by the mother from 0 to 7 months old. Stroller, carrier, milk bottles and crib. All these items, the average price for these items are $1,000, and others such as baby wipes, lotion, baby food, and the average price of it is $840, and we use $840 multiplied by 3 to get 2,520. Toys. Baby toys from 0 to 2 years old. Baby toys on average is $250 per year. So we take $250 multiplied by 3 years to get $750. Toys for a child from 3 to 7 years old. As on average, it will cost $600. So we take $600 multiplied by 4 to get 2,400. Now, I will be talking about the transport, food and water, and the household items. Transport. Assuming that this family does not have a car, and public transport for a 7 years old or younger or under a certain height is free for the child. Therefore, the price for the transport it will be free. The household items. Household items example bid for the child from the age of 4 to 7, excluding the crib, closet, bathing supplies. The average amount of the money is $880. Food and water. Average money spent for food is $403 per month. So we take $403 per month multiplied by 12 months and we multiply by 4 years to get $19,344.
For the formula we are using to calculate the money needed to save up for the child, we will be adding up the total from the different categories. We find that the total comes out to be 85,360. So what are the constraints? With the given task, we found two constraints. Our first constraint is that what if the items cost more than needed? Our second constraint is what if the child gets sick more than assumed? For the real world context, we decided to choose a typical Singaporean couple that just got married. Both are 21 years old and is planning to have a child up to the age of 7 assuming that they want the child by the age of 30, how much should the couple save on for the child, or how much they should save each year for the child? For everything calculated, the total comes out to be 85,365. Education for 35,520, pocket money for 730, school fees and school related items for 326, clothes for 8,640, baby supplies for 6,000, toys for 3,200, medical for 1,850, insurance money for 7,350, doctors for the 7 years 525, vaccination 1,000, food 19,344, and house accessories 880. Apart from that, we also calculated for the Malaysian state KL. Assuming it's the same scenario as in Singapore, the price for education from kindergarten to primary 1 is 5,608, toys 3,000, food and water 16,852, and medical fees 3,627. For baby supplies, we assume that it is the same scenario as that of Singapore, such as the things that are needed plus the other edible and non-edible stuff for the baby. The pricing for baby supplies in Malaysia would be $6,439 from the age of 0 to 3 years old. As many families in KL has cars or vehicles to help them travel around, we decided to only look for the pricing of the child's car seat, which was about $29. For clothes, we assume that it is the same scenario as that of Singapore, which the price would be about $8,000. As the child needs a bigger bed as they grow up, closet for the child to put their clothes and others, the average price needed for these items would be $800. Is the data adequate? Yes, we agree that it is adequate, as we were able to find the stuff and items that are needed for the child to the age of 7 years old, such as education, food, clothes, and others. We found the pricing of this item from official and popular brands or stores in Singapore. We also make sure that the pricing of these items are reasonable and fair for the parent. However, we assume that we could have done better in real-world situations. If we could have found out more details and experiences from other parents, such as how they would usually spend or save for their child, and find out more about what would happen if the parents needed to spend or save more money than expected from data that we made. Can the parents take out some money of the parents' own savings? In conclusion, we expect and calculated that the total amount of money that the parents should save that would raise the child up to the age of 7 years old would be $8,5365, while the total price for Malaysia is $44,352. Another thing that we learned and found out was that when saving money for the child to the up of 7 years old is more expensive in Singapore when compared to living in Malaysia by $4,1013. Even if some of things education has been cut down with the help of the government, or the child having free transport due to having child concession card. Thank you for watching our good explanation. We hope you enjoyed it. And for today, yours tomorrow.